We'll take a quick break, and when we return, I'll sit down with Honourable Ismail Dabo, representing Toro Federal Constituency of Bauchi State. Thank you for staying with the Hallowed Chambers, and my guest today is an honourable member of the House of Representatives. His name is Honourable Ismail Dabo, and he is a member representing Toro Federal Constituency in Bauchi State. He's a member of the All Progressives Congress, the Deputy Chairman of the House Committee on Public Assets, and he is also the Chairman of the Subcommittee on the Protection of Critical National Assets. It's good to have you on our program today, Honourable.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, lawmakers have been very active lately with consultations and meetings on the constitution review process. From where you stand, what would you say the process is like? Has it been successful so far? Have there been hitches? Take us through what has been happening lately.
Well, thank you. The process is still in progress. We have done, in my zone, that's the northeast Nigeria, we've been in Maiduguri, Borno State, for the Senate, okay. And we conducted for the House of Reps in Gombe, that's Gombe State, and the process was encouraging. We have good turnout of citizens' participation on the process. And so far, so good. We have a lot of requests from different parts of the country on the issue of state creation, local government creation, and so many other interests that needs to be either amended or included in the Constitution.
If you say that the people are truly confident in the constitution review process, and you say that as the calls for state creation is what dominated the whole public hearing, would you say that these calls will solve the issue of people feeling left out and feeling marginalized? Would that resolve the issue? Is it state creation that the country needs at the moment?
Well, it's part of our demand, is part of the demand of Nigerians. But that aside, that should not be, that is one of the problems we're facing in this country. Aside from that, we have other areas that we want to amend in the Constitution in terms of security, education, and so many other excellent areas that we want to touch in the Constitution to make our country great or greater than where we are now.
You once raised an alarm about the growing insecurity in Abuja, especially after the unfortunate loss of your aide to one chance robbery. Tell us, what has it been like since that incident happened? Have you seen any significant change or improvement in security within the federal capital?
To be honest, we should not be deceiving ourselves. The security organizations, the security operatives, they need to do more, especially in FCT. We're having serious security challenges presently now. And because of that, businesses are, suffering. Shops are closing earlier than when they should close. People are leaving for their houses, for their homes earlier than people are scared. The FCT Commissioner of Police needs to do more. He needs to wake up and make sure that he combats crime. The FCT Minister has a lot to do. He is trying, but Abuja, the FCT is far more than building bridges and trying to decorate some areas. No. We, the residents, what we are saying is the FCT Minister should come out and address critical issues affecting residents in Abuja.
So you're saying there's a laxity in terms of security?
Yeah, the priority should be given to, one, cleansing the city. We have so many hideouts in Abuja where criminals are living, at the parks, gardens, under the bridges, so many places. You cannot dare park by the roadside in Abuja now. you will be attacked by unknown criminals. They walk up to you. Within the city, we say to Maitama, Asokoro, everywhere. So the minister needs to do more. He needs to engage the security operatives to do more to clean the city. They can do it. They know where these people are. And you cannot be staying within the city without without doing anything. You have place you are living, you are not selling anything, your house is not there, you don't have a shop, but you see more than 20, 30 people parading, walking, gathering, and so many things. So they need to do more. Uncompleted buildings in this town is another serious security challenge to the FCT. He needs to move in and make sure that they clean all those areas. Aside from that, the issue of one chance that you asked me. Yes, my staff, she was picked by one chance operatives. We paid ransom. We begged them. They took this lady and they killed her, finally. They dropped her right at the middle of the city in Maitama here. That was where we picked her. So these are critical security situations that we're facing in this country, part of the country.
Indeed, a lot of people will agree with you with what you say. But when you say this, isn't this an indictment on the National Assembly itself? Because lawmakers have the duty of oversight. And we've seen a couple of times the IGP visits the National Assembly either for meetings or to defend budget, and also the FCT minister. So what goes on in those meetings? And even when you go to them, don't you table all these concerns before them? Because when we witness plenary or when, issues are raised, we just see glowing tributes being paid to the FCT minister. A lot of lawmakers commend him for the good work they have done. This is the first time I'm hearing a lawmaker raise a concern about, him neglecting security. So why has this not been raised? Why is it just coming up now?
Well, if you follow our proceedings, I, in particular, have moved a motion of urgent national importance concerning the security situation in Abuja. And I asked in my prayers, I asked the parliament to call the FCT minister, to call the IGP, to call the commissioner of police and order security heads so that they will come and face the National Assembly and explain to us what actually is going on.
And was any action taken on
You
that?
understand, a lot of actions has been taken, but it's a process.
Okay.
It is a process, but we are still saying it. So the National Assembly, we are doing our best. And we carry out our oversight functions. We call the head of the executives to ask them questions. Okay. Our own is to make sure that they comply by the law. And if today Lagos is more safer than Abuja, then there is problem. If Kano is safer than Abuja, then there is problem. Even my state is safer than Abuja now, Bauchi State. So the minister and people in charge of security in the FCT, they need to wake up and address the situation.
Oh, it's quite an alarming situation, but we'll continue the conversation. That will be right after this short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll still have more for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're glad to have you back. Thank you for staying with the Hallowed Chambers. And I still have with me in the studio Honourable Ismail Dabo. I'll be discussing some pertinent issues happening around the country. Now, you chaired the subcommittee that investigated corruption claims against NELMCO. But now the civil society group that raised the alarm is accusing your committee of rushing that investigation and clearing the company unfairly. What is your own side of that story?
Well, investigation, it's a very sensitive matter before the parliament. especially when its question has an issue on integrity, misappropriation. We have done all the due diligence that we need to do as a committee. We've been meeting for on this matter, more than 5 months to investigate what actually happened. And the petition before us, we were so happy when the civil society approached us with such petition against NEMCO. We said, well, we will not allow this to continue happening in this country. We need to investigate. Immediately we went into investigation and we asked NEMCO, we asked the civil society to submit, to give us evidence documents so that we can be able to ask questions from NEMCO. And they did. We asked NEMCO to appear. And they came, they appeared, we asked them, all this petition against you, we want to see documents, we investigate how true you are spending the property, the whatever that this civil society raised issues about. And the tariff you want to insert so that Nigerians will pay more on electricity. We will say no to that. We have to investigate and see all these things. And we asked them, we wrote to them. They appeared before us. They submitted all the documents. The civil society said NEMCO have no law backing them, their operation. We asked them to provide to us, even though we enact the law at the National Assembly, but we asked NEMCO to make available the backing documents that allow them to operate, which they did. And we confirm is correct. The civil society said NEMCO opened offices in the 6 geopolitical zones. We asked them, is it true? We want to see evidence. They have only 3 offices, and they provided evidence to us, and we verified it was correct. The same civil society said NEMCO paid one individual, a lawyer, money in billions. We asked NEMCO, why do you pay this person this kind of amount based on what the petitioner wrote to us? And NEMCO came with evidence that this payment, the payment was there. It was not paid to an individual or to a lawyer. It was a court judgment that mandated them to pay a family. It was a family that went to court and they won against NEMCO, against the government. And there was a judgment. So that judgment was passed and they were compelled to pay the family. So they did, and they provided evidence as against what the civil society were saying. So these are the allegations that were raised against NEMCO, and they provided all those documents. And I asked the president of the civil society that he needs to do more and get more information.
So you're saying they didn't present any shred of evidence on their own part?
They did not. They only presented board meeting minutes of board meeting of NEMCO, which they got it from the same NEMCO.
So how long did it take your committee to carry out this investigation? How long would you? I
said we spent almost 5 months investigating.
As the deputy chairman of the Committee on Public Assets and Special Duties, you have to deal with agencies and ministries of government, I believe. But it seems getting them to cooperate, especially to appear before the House, seems like a very daunting task. Why is that?
Well, so far we can say that we don't have such a serious problem with the MDAs, the parastatals, even the ministries. When we call them as parliament, they respect the parliament. And they know the strength of the parliament. Without the parliament, we are practicing presidential system of government in Nigeria. And the parliament is one of the strongest arm of the government. We are all aware. So if you want to respect your country, you want to respect the institutions, then When the parliament asks you to come and explain or defend yourself or present something or take part in our programs, then you have no option than to respect the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and appear before the committees. So on this, all the organizations, to the best of my knowledge, that we call either ministers or MDs, head of all the agencies, they appear before us.
Let's talk about your journey so far in the National Assembly. As a first-time lawmaker, how would you say you've balanced the responsibility of representing your people and, you know, what they truly expect from your representation?
My constituents, I can tell you, they are very happy with my performance, and I will be sincere to myself and to them in terms of legislation and in terms of the impact, development, engagement, and enlightenment. I've tried my best to attract so many projects to my constituency. Today, I was able to build 45.4 meters bridge, 45.4 meters bridge in my constituency, and people are using it now. Before that bridge, during rainy season, we have hefty men by the riverside. They await customers to cross with them, either women, old men and children. They will carry you whether you are pregnant or you're okay or they take you and they cross, you pay them. So it was a business. But today, this rainy season of this year, I went there myself, I commissioned the bridge, and people are using it today. I'm building roads in Tilden Fulani, in Magama, in Rishi. These are areas in my constituency. I have provided water. So far, I have drilled more than 30 boreholes, and I repaired 284 boreholes in different communities. I've attracted a rural electrification project in 4 different communities. We have done that. We have provided security support, vehicles and motorcycles to combat crime. We have been doing that. I have provided scholarship for students in higher institutions. I've encouraged my people to study well. I paid for their JAM, and a lot of them are in the university now. Okay. So I gave scholarship. We did all this within 2 years. I have built one of the best, and I'm so happy, small but the best, I call it Haske Maternity Clinic. It takes care of women and children. That's where they give birth now. Okay. They go for antenatal, they give birth, and they take care of them. So I have done that in different communities. In terms of education, I've constructed so far 3 befitting schools with furnitures for my constituents, and they are using it. We have done a lot in terms of infrastructure, development, and so on. And presently, I'm building mini bridges and culverts in 24 communities. In 24 communities. I'm building, totaling each community, I'm to build 2. I'm building 48 mini bridges and culverts in 24 different communities presently. Okay. So in terms of empowerment, I don't so much believe in giving people either money or motorcycle or so on and so on. We have serious problems beyond that. We need to develop our people health-wise, education, infrastructure, and so on. But on that other side as well is our tradition as politicians. Those that service us, we empower them. So I've been doing that as well.
That's all on the program today. Thank you for watching. But don't forget to follow TVC News on all our social media platforms to keep up with the latest news and updates from the National Assembly. Thank you for watching. I am Tijesu Adeoye. See you next time.